All right, what the business is, everybody? Back once again. I'm your host, Darius. With me, as always, Phil, and this is Dad Take Podcast.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Phil, and in today's episode, we're going to be talking about sort of like following your passions, doing things you believe in, while still being a dad, and sort of how you can achieve that balance. But before we do that, let's shoot the shit a little bit. What's good, man? How you been?
Man, I'm all right, man. I'm hanging in there. You know, it's the beginning of a new week.
This is
hanging
true.
in there is honestly, I'm hanging on. That's all I'm doing, yo.
Yeah, man, I get that. We're kind of in the same boat. Work's crazy these days, and we're trying to move into this new house. Constantly going back and forth with these builders that are building this house for us. So it's just like constantly everything's got to be like checking up on, that we're fighting about everything. And you know how it is. Once one thing's stressful, everything sort of compounds on itself. So you end up being stressed about the entirety of your existence, not just the one thing that's actually causing stress. Then our kids are old enough now. They're like, you should just take a breath. I'm like, shut the hell up. Don't tell me to take a breath.
Yo, so we used to try to teach Kai that, man. You know, hey, Kai, when you're feeling stressed out, you gotta stop, breathe, and think.
You were talking. Listen, did you watch Big Block Sing Song with him?
Hell no. What is that?
It's this cartoon, but they got a song on there. It's about like breathe out, breathe in, take some time, count to 10. Bro, we used to watch, because you know Nina and Kai are kind of similar.
Breathe in.
We used to watch this thing like 12 times a day because she's just such a high stress kid, and she's like would get worked up about stuff, and I'm just like, Nina, I promise it's okay that you accidentally spilled something. We don't need to like end the day because of it. It's gonna be all right. But she's like, no.
Dad, you're gonna abandon me. I'm a bad kid.
She's gotten much more calm as she's gotten older, but she's still pretty high strung. But yeah, man, that's Anyway,
so Kai, he would hit me with that, like, yo, I come home, I'll be pissed off, man. Somebody at work did something stupid back when we was in Florida.
Yeah.
So I come back. I'm not gonna name her, but you remember that one captain.
Yep.
Yo, so I come back, I'll be tight. Yeah, Dad, you gotta stop, breathe, and think. You don't get your little man. I'm about to throat chop your boy. Get this little boy out my face, man.
Turning my own advice back around on me.
Yeah, I hate that shit. Man,
yes, man, that's what they do.
I hate it. But now, on some real though, I probably need to do that right now, man. I was so damn tired today. I needed to take a nap.
Always.
And my son, Zaire, yo, he will, if I'm in the living room, which is typically where I'm trying to be, when I'm trying to take a nap, because I'm not gonna go in the room because I won't wake back up.
Right, that's not a nap anymore.
Yo, I'm just trying to hit quick 30, and I'm gonna be right back at it. Yo, Dad, you're going to sleep. Dad, wake up. You going to sleep? You going to sleep, Dad? You going to sleep? Yo, Zaire, I swear to God, if you don't get out of my face, I just need 15 minutes. Dad. And like, yo, Zaire, shut, be quiet. Dad, are you sleeping? You sleeping, Dad? Yo, I'm about to kill you, yo. Yo, I can't stand it. Every single time. Every time I'm trying to go to sleep, that's what he is. That's what he on.
Just in your face. Like, what are you doing? What? Hey, buddy.
Yo. No, like, dead ass. He will ask me, Dad, what are you doing, Dad? Yo, what is it? You see what I'm doing? Like, Dad, what are you doing? Because you have to answer him, because he won't stop asking you what you're doing until you answer him, like, straight up. Yo, what are you doing? I'm trying to take a nap. Oh, you're trying to take a nap? Oh, okay. Why did we just do this?
You couldn't tell what I was trying to do?
Hey, boy. So yeah, that was me today, man. I needed to stop, breathe, and think before I strangled my son.
Well, I'm glad you didn't strangle your son.
Nah,
It's very
not
kind
yet.
of you.
Not yet,
That's true. If he's up wandering the house right now, then you might have other issues.
bruh.
So obviously the listeners slash your wife and my wife being the only listeners don't know this, but like for the people who are listening, like we're on exact opposite sides of the world. So Darius just put his kids to bed, and I just woke up at 4 a.m. to do this podcast. So it's we're both tired. He's ready for bed. I woke up way too damn early. So
Bruh. We out here though, man.
out here trying to get it done. So anyway, yeah,
So-
man. But let's jump into the joint here. We're talking about how to follow your passions, how to believe in yourself, how to have dreams once you become a dad. What you got on that, man? How do you do this? Let's start with this. What is a dream that you have that you kind of wanted to pursue and either lost it along the way or pursued it too much at the sort of detriment of your family or your kids? Like what we've all done parts of this right and wrong. I'm curious, like what's a dream of yours that you're pursuing now or maybe you pursued in the past?
Man, let me tell you, I thought I was gonna be like some superstar athlete somewhere. I think a lot of cats from
You're
high
not
school
that
knew
athletic.
for sure. Wow, chill, you tripping? Nah, but I think a lot of cats, man, they get out of high school, they was like the star athlete at their high school. Not to say I was a star athlete,
yeah.
but I'm saying like, yo, you just know like I'm gonna be that 1% that make it to the league. Like it's gonna be me.
Yeah.
And then, you realize, oh, colleges care about grades. I thought I could just play football good.
Yeah.
Y'all tripping out here, man. I'm going to the military. Forget all this. And then I joined the military, and all it is school all over, just every day. It's just school, and then some more school. Like, yeah, tripping, man. But I think, man, what I wanted to do is I just want to do something with athletics, man. I didn't care what it was. I just want to compete in some regard. I don't care. I'll even play basketball. And everybody who listening to this, if you know me, I don't hoop. I get out there, but I don't do it well. I would much rather hit you in some way, shape, or form.
Look, man. So
And,
speaking of you playing basketball, before
like
we were
that.
before we were like close friends stationed together in the military. One time we were playing during training, and you were on the opposite team of me or whatever. Like, here's the thing, man. I don't really play defense. I'm okay at basketball. I don't really play defense. So you get the ball. First of all, you don't play basketball either at all. You're strong and pretty fast, but don't play basketball for sure. And so I'm like not playing defense. You run by me and I just kind of like stick my arm out and try and poke the ball away knowing you can't dribble. Man, I swear to God, you almost snapped my arm off at the elbow. Big ass fast self running by. I was like, man, why? Why are you like this?
Hey, that's what they teach you in football, man.
Just plow
Ain't
through it, arm tackle.
Ain't no arm tackling here, baby.
I still to
But
this
nah,
day remember
man.
that.
Yo, that's funny. Cause I definitely still play like that. But but yeah, man, so I just want to do something in athletics, yo. And honestly, when I first joined the military, I knew for sure I was about to be like some spec op dude jumping out of a helicopter under a parachute, shooting at somebody, hitting them in the face or something like that. You know what I mean?
Call of Duty,
shit.
yeah.
But yeah, man, having a family changed all of that, man. And I will say, I'd be the first to say, like, I definitely kind of resented my family a little bit. I felt like they held me back. But it wasn't that they held me back, man. I just needed to grow up.
Yeah, no doubt.
yeah.
No doubt. I mean, that
What
takes
about
some awareness to be like, yo, I like had a little resentment towards who I was responsible for taking care of, but I get it, man. So like me,
Oh yeah.
it's
And and you know Lisa.
yeah,
She let me know in more ways than one.
yeah, no doubt. No, but I get that, man. It's like so when I was young, I was sort of I mean, I was into sports or whatever, but I had no illusions that I was going to go to the league. And I was like, whatever, moderately smart. But I actually didn't have like a strong vision for what I wanted to do, which is how I ended up in the military. Like I went to college for a little while. I was like, this ain't it. Then I was out of money. And so I was like, well, I guess I'll go do something, join the military, right? And like when you're in the military, there's really no, like you can, I guess, but there's really no like benefit to dreaming for yourself. Like what dreaming is like, then I'm going to get promoted to the next rank and then the next one. It's like, there's not like a real dream there. Like I'm not going to become like the world's greatest, like whatever soldier. Like that's not me. I'm not going to turn into Captain America. So like I felt like, there's no point in even having like dreams or goals, because it's just like everybody takes the same path in the military or whatever. So I never did that. And then I got out of the military and then moved here, and I was like, man, I'm not passionate about anything at all. Like, oh no, who am I as a human being?
Bro, that sounds depressing as hell.
It was depressing as hell. So like, it took me a long time to like even figure out what it was that I wanted to do, because I was just like, I just like go with the flow. I work, I pay the bills, I go to sleep, work, wash, rinse, repeat type thing. And so then I was like, man, I got to find something that I'm passionate about. Like I love basketball, but like that's not like a guiding force in my life. Like, there's only so many hours in a day I can play if I want to play or whatever. And now with COVID, like you can't play with anybody anyway. It's like back like when I was a poor little kid, and I'm like shooting the ball off of a brick wall with no basket on it or whatever. I was like pretending to play basketball now. And so, now like that's not really a thing. And so like I've had to find new passions like this podcast. And what it really ended up being for me was YouTubing. I've started 2 YouTube channels now because I was like, actually I like creating things, and I like putting out content. I'm a creator or whatever. You're a creator, Darius.
Look at me, Paul.
Yeah, exactly. And like I pushed out these like 2 shitty YouTube channels where it's just like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just making it up as I go, and not like super passionate about the things that I was doing, but I was like I want to put content out there that like it's like my thoughts, my ideas, the things that I believe in. And so that's kind of how we stumbled to this, because I was like, hey, look, we kind of like believe similar things, got a lot of the same ideas, and I'm really into like sharing with people. And then you told me, you were like, oh yeah, I feel like my passion is to like help people, or like my calling is to help people. And I was like, let's do it. So that's kind of like for me, but I sucked really bad at it at first, not because I resented my family, but because I felt like I didn't deserve to have my own passions. Like my only role was to like help my wife and kids follow their dreams, or like do what they wanted to do. And so like I didn't resent them for that. I was just like, oh, this is just what dads do. Like, I don't have any reason to dream. I can just make money and pay for my kids to do shit. And it's like that was like a little bit like it kills you slowly if you don't pursue anything of your own.
All right, so then how did you make time for that? How did you budget your day to allow you to pursue some things that you like doing?
Yeah, so I guess like there's a couple ways that I have done this, because now I've been like sort of pursuing this like creator lifestyle for a little while, and like doing something that I'm passionate about. So like the original way I did it was just by not sleeping. It's like I would just sacrifice time that like my free time was the time that I was sleeping. And so if I just give up the time that my family's already gone to bed to do what I want to do, then I'm not like I'm not taking from my family to do what I want to do. In a way. So like at that time when I was first starting out doing YouTube videos, I was like, kids would go to bed at like 8:30, wife goes to bed at like 9:30, and then I'd come down to the shop down here and just start like grinding away, making videos, like editing, watching a bunch of like trainings on how to do things. And so I'm stayed up to like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, go to bed till like 5, get up, do it again before work, go to work, come home, do it. So I was sleeping like 3-4 hours a day. And yeah, it wasn't great. And so I'm like burnt out, like super tired, whatever. And then eventually I was like, listen, honey, I don't know if you know this or not, but I've started making YouTube videos. And she was like, who would watch you? Like, nobody watches me. Nobody watches. She didn't say that. But and I was like, look, I need some like time. Like, can we come up with a schedule or something where I can like allocate like whatever 3 hours a week to do this stuff where it isn't like from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Whatever, where I'm like dead and out of energy. So communication is like, what I had to do. I had to just be like, A, disciplined enough to like create my own schedule, and B, communicate with my wife. But like, what about you? So like, are you still like chasing the athlete dream, or how have you sort of
man.
come to pursue your passion of athletics?
So, yeah, honestly, ultimately, it got to where I needed to just communicate and work out a schedule to where I'm not taking from my family, but still allowing myself the time to do what I want to do. So originally, oh man, I was the worst. I was garbage, boy.
Same.
So, man, I cared, right? I wanted to help. I wanted to be a great dad, but at the same time, I still got these things that I'm trying to do for myself,
Yeah.
And I didn't really know how to balance that. I didn't really know how to reconcile, being a dad while being a husband, while being me,
Yeah. Yeah,
and then,
definitely.
all these other roles that I feel as well, being a worker bee in the military and being a son, all that other crap. So, man, it just took time management, honestly. And I still suck at it to this day, but it really just takes some dope ass time management, yo.
That's like so hard to learn, man. Like time management is one of the like time management and financial management are like two of the hardest things that you ever have to learn, and that shit's not taught to you when you're young. You just do what you're told and then spend money how you want to, right? And now I'm like in my 30s, like, what do I do?
Yo, so I'm still pursuing, that athletics. I'm still playing football. I'm still boxing. I'm still lifting weights in some capacity, whether it's flag football, amateur boxing. I'm about to compete in my first powerlifting competition coming up in a couple of months. So, I'm still being able to pursue these things. And I think what made it easier is, one, exactly like you said, man. I wake up at the butt crack of dawn and I get after it. So whatever I want to do for myself, I have from the time I wake up to the time that everybody else wakes up to try to get after it. And I know that kind of sounds like you giving up, you're kind of sacrificing what you want for everybody else, but at the same time, one, it's worth it. Two, I don't really see it as a sacrifice because I can definitely, in the time that I have, I can get all of the things that I need to get done.
Yeah, definitely. It just takes discipline, really, is what that comes down to, right?
It really does. So, and then when I come home from work, I will take the kids, let my wife do the things that she want to do. When the kids go to bed, that's time for me and my wife to hang out and kick it with one another and then rinse and repeat, So I said that I resented my family, and I think I really did, man, because I felt like, man, if I didn't have a family, I could have been a professional boxer. Man, if I didn't have a family, I could have done this, that, and the third, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But one, hey, that shit ain't guaranteed, man. like I
That's
said
true.
earlier, it's like 1% of the population who makes it to that ranking, you know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
you were kind of nice,
they
though. We got to post a video on the YouTube or on the Facebook page, let people see, man. Like, my guy was nice, knocking people out, getting me in trouble at Five Guys.
Bro, that was hilarious. Boy, you stupid.
Go ahead and tell the story. They'll love it.
Man, yo, so I'm in this fight. It was my first fight in like my hometown at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I knocked this cat out in the first round.
Asleep, almost fell out the ring.
He was a big dude. Yo, he was a big dude, and he was like a former Golden Glove. So what I used to do, man, I used to hype myself up all the time. Like, man, oh yeah, you think you Golden Glove? This, that, third. I'm about to spank on you, yo.
Hold on, you're not even like setting it up right. This dude is like Darius like 5'10". This dude's like 6'4", 6'5". Just like, you'll have to see the video. The dude's like towering over him. He's big.
He was 6'7", actually. He was
a big dude.
6'7". So, you know what I'm saying? And he's a Golden Glove boxer. And I'm like, okay, bet. So he got some experience. This is time for me to show what I can do a little bit. And I got cats from my job coming out to see me. I'm not about to lose in front of everybody.
Yes.
So I get in there, do my thing. He goes down. And this mofo Murphy, man, he's got a sign that says "Give him the D."
D for Darius, of course. That's the video. That's the picture I posted on the page. So if you guys are on the Facebook page, you guys have seen that one. But yeah, man, that's from that day.
He got a sign that says "Give him the D." So we all go out. My post-fight ritual, I go to Five Guys, man. I love Five Guys. Five Guys is the business. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
So I go to Five Guys.
Shout out, sponsor us.
Yo. Yo, so we go to Five Guys, man. And I'm with Murphy. I'm with the family, and we all out there chopping it up. Yo, Murphy is clowning this dude. Straight clowning this dude. And I happen to notice that there's this lady at the cash register. She's making eye contact with me. I see her. I recognize her as the fighter's wife.
Yikes.
She's in here getting food for them. Obviously, he doesn't want to come in.
Because he's got a concussion.
Yo. So she's in here getting food. I look at Murphy like, chill, you tripping, chill. He's like, nah, man, what you talking about? You knocked that dude out, man. He felt like Shrek. He was like, yo, man. I'm like, bruh, you're wildin', chill. So she walks by and she gives me the subtle wave, hi. And then everybody notices I'm being weird and I waved at this lady. I'm like, yo, that's Buddy's wife. Y'all are tripping, clowning her husband like this. And this dude, Murphy's like, I don't give a fuck, yo. You knocked that dude out, man. Like, yo, I'm like, yo, you wow. So yeah, man.
Yes, that was a day.
But yeah, man. So I still dabble a little bit in boxing right now. I think my main focus right now is just lifting these weights, man.
Yeah.
Lifting up heavy stuff and putting it back down. But anyways, man, yo, so like finding the time to still pursue your passions. One of the ways that I found to do it is to get my kids into it.
Yeah.
So Zaire likes throwing punches at stuff. So me and him box. Kai just got him into lifting weights, showing him how to deadlift, showing him the correct form. So
you got to start running.
Lift weights. Nah, I'm good on that. Thanks though. Yo, I don't know where I have no idea where he gets that from. I'm like, yo, Lisa, I don't know what South African you was with that you make high with, but that's not me. I don't run. That's you wildin'. So, but he lift weights with me. Z boxes with me. I'm gonna have to find something that we can do with Layla. I don't know. Maybe me and Layla could
pedicures,
play football together, or pedicures. That'll work too. But yeah, man, that's another way that I find to pursue my passion, man. And then I'm knocking out two birds with one stone, man. I'm teaching them the thing that I'm passionate about. Builds a bond with me and my kids, you know. And yeah, man, and it's gravy, yo. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I get that too. I used to like take the kids with me to the gym when gyms were open, and I'd be playing basketball with the adults, and they'd be like playing on the other side goal. They'd be like, I could watch over there, see them like imitating. They don't know how to play basketball, but they'd be like trying to dribble the ball between the legs, like dribbling it off their own asses and stuff. Because they don't know what they're doing, but it was cool to see. I
remember that. That was the trick right there, yo. You bounce the ball, and then you turn, and you bounce it off your butt, and then you turn, and you bounce it again, boy. Yo, hey, you can't see me out here, yo.
That was never a thing.
Yo, that's because you wasn't nice, yo.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
You bounce the ball, and then you lift your leg all the way up in the air and bounce it like between your legs.
Between your legs,
you know what I mean?
Just to show off your athleticism, definitely.
Or like you like bounce it, and then you do a 360 spin, and then you bounce the ball again.
And then catch it? Yeah, that's good. That's pretty nice. Those are good moves.
You ain't got these moves because I'm out here, yo. Hey, yo.
Yo, so
dang, man.
On following your passions, having your passions, I want to ask you, like, so why is it important that dads do this? Like, why is it, critical really that like as a dad you find time to do things for yourself? Like, what is the sort of advantage of that? That like if somebody was to be like, it's fine, I'll just like not pursue anything. I got kids, I got responsibilities, but like, why do you think that it's important that dads actually do like dream and follow their passions?
That's a good question. You caught me off guard with this one.
My bad.
Honestly, we did not script this one.
I know.
Hey,
Surprising.
Hey, so man, one, you teaching your kids a skill.
Yeah.
Whatever you about to do, whatever you're doing, whatever your passion is a skill. It's something that can be monetized if they get good at it. They develop a passion for it as well. I mean, you got kids out here 7, 8 years old with YouTube channels making hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like
millions
anything
of
that
dollars.
They do like anything that they do that they're passionate about, and you fill them up with like encouragement and enthusiasm. Like, yo, like anything that you teach them is a skill.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's important for them to learn that. It's important for them to see, you know, that my parents, my mom, my dad can still get out here and get after things and can be successful at things. It allows them to see somebody taking a risk and succeeding, or even better, seeing somebody fail, get back up and still continue to go after it. But then at the end of the day, man, you still have to have something for yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, man, you're going to lose yourself and your family. And I mean, that kind of sounds, to me, that kind of sounds counterintuitive.
No,
but
it does. It makes sense to me, at least.
If the only thing that you have is your kids and your wife, you won't ever be able to stand on your own too. You will always need them to be you. And honestly, man, that kind of makes you one-dimensional. You have nothing else to bring to the table. You need them for you to be functional, and that's whack.
Yeah, no, I agree. And like, I mean, you think about it, like eventually your kids are going to leave the house, and if like your whole life has just been taking care of your kids, and you're going to be, 50 trying to figure out who it is that you actually are if you don't pursue anything the whole time that you have kids, which is fine. Like a lot of people end up that way, but like realistically, it's critical that you have like a thing that you are passionate about, that you pursue, and like you said, it's like good for your kids, like. But it's good for your kids in ways you don't even know. Like I started these, like I told you, these like terrible YouTube channels. And now my kids are like, oh, well, what if we start a YouTube channel? And so then we could be like, oh, well, actually, you don't have the discipline for me to like just let you do it. So like, let's work on some skills. And then you can, if you do these things, then we can talk about, doing a YouTube channel. Like maybe you can do one with me at first, and we could do like a less fun I'm not going to record you playing with toys, but like if you want to like, do a little, like you're already doing reports and stuff for school, and like you noticed, Nina, that like there's no information about this topic, so like you can make a YouTube video about that. We'll put it together. You can do some like animation, like maybe like we get like one of those drawing pads, and she can draw and then put them together with the recording. Boom, she's got a little YouTube channel if she wants to do that. But like like we don't let them watch TV and stuff all the time. So it's not like they're like watching tons of YouTube. They just see me doing it, and they're like, oh, if he can do it, anyone can do it. Kind of. And so
man, but then, I mean, at the same time, it gives them that self-confidence, to get after that stuff, man. Whether it's in front of a camera or whether, you just putting yourself out there doing goddamn martial arts.
Yeah. So at the end of the day,
cheerleading.
You're saying the reason that it's important that dads follow their passion, and moms in general, honestly, like even if just parents need to like show their kids to follow them. So it's all about the kids though, right? Like at the end of the day, like the reason that you follow passions is because like it makes you happy. Like realistically, that's the personal reason why you need to have things that you're passionate about. Like my kids don't always make me happy. Let's just be honest. Like about half the time they either make me angry or extremely sad. Like, man, I don't know. Like, what doesn't make me happy is my kids coming up and grabbing my stomach and shaking it. I don't love it. I don't walk away from that experience going like, man, I sure am glad that I have children. But like, like when I get out and hoop, even if I suck ass, like I'm like out there bricking everything. I'm like garbage. I like turning the ball over. I'm out there, like I leave and I'm like, man, I love playing ball. Like this is great for my soul. It's like great for who I am as a person. And like, especially if I'm out there busting somebody's ass, then it's like double, right? It's like, oh my God. And like, and I come home and I'm like, yo, Eileen, this is what was going on. You should have seen it. Hit him with the little move, crossover jab step, buckets, give money, right? And she's like, cool. I'm glad you had fun. I'm like, right, this is why I need my own passions, because I know that you don't care. Like, this isn't your thing. This is my thing.
You sitting here talking about playing basketball. You remember back in the before times when the world was open?
No,
and
I don't
we
even
could
remember
just
that.
go out and frolic and play without
Bruh.
masks on.
Oh my God. I'm so sick of wearing a mask. I had to shave
Yo,
because my face gets matted down with the beard because I wear the mask all the
yeah.
time because I just sit at a desk all day. And I'm just like, I can't do it. My face is all itchy because it's like pushing my beard into my cheeks and it's gross. It's like wearing socks for
Hey,
like
yo.
3 straight days without taking them off.
Bruh, I look back at pictures and it's like me and a group of people. No one's got a mask
What was
on. I'm
I
like,
thinking?
"Ugh. Yo, y'all crazy old nasty germs, dirty mother. Yo, y'all got to get away from me, dog.
Yes. Bruh, same. I see
Bruh,
pictures
it's
and I'm just
wild
like,
out here.
and like, oh my God, I've become like such a judgmental asshole. Like I see people now, because like most places in America, at least, like nobody even cares if you wear a mask. Like where I live, everyone has to wear masks all the time. But like in the South where my family's from, they're not wearing masks. Like there's no mandatory mask rules, none of this. And so people are just wilding. And like we went out to visit my parents in Georgia over the summer, like in the middle of the coronavirus or whatever. And they had a water park that was open. People just at the water park, riding on
That's crazy to
slides,
me.
floating the lazy river. And I'm like,
Bruh, y'all,
I can't even go to the
y'all-
grocery store.
y'all are inching, and I'm saying y'all like I'm not America.
Yeah.
You mofos over there, man, y'all inching real close to 500K
Bruh.
gone because of the Rona. And cats is still out here on that,
Wildin'.
I don't gotta wear a mask. It's my freedom. It's my right to not wear a mask.
I mean, I guess technically it is.
Shut up, man. This damn mask on, Mary.
Yeah, man, it's
Yo.
I don't know, man, it's crazy over here. But I mean, like, nothing's still open here. I was excited the other day. I was trying to sell my car, and so somebody was took it to the mechanic to get looked at, and I was excited that I found a restaurant or a bar that had outdoor seating available because most places are just closed. I'm like, yes, I can sit outside and drink a beer, even though it's like 41 degrees and cold as a bitch, and I'm just like, okay, I'm drinking a beer at a bar.
I got this beer though.
Yeah, man. It's like a weird
But
spot
yeah,
over here,
man.
so.
Man, we can say that for another episode, honestly.
Or maybe not for an
Hey.
episode at all.
Yo, so tell me, what's the wildest thing your kids did this week, yo?
It's the wildest thing my kids did this week. Is this week's edition of Why Would You Do That? We still got to
Yo,
get Chris to record that for us, by the way.
Why would you do that?
So this week's edition of Why Would You Do That has got to be. So we were up at my in-laws' house this weekend, and my younger one, Ellie, she's on this thing lately where she's like deliberately having like extreme emotions, I think. Maybe it's just because she's 6. I don't know. But it seems like she's like trying to overplay everything all the time. And like she just like forces tears about things. I don't know what it is. Maybe she's not getting good sleep. I don't know. Kids are crazy. I'm not a freaking child psychologist. So anyway, everything's like this super dramatic thing with her. Like anything that happens, she like loses it. So she comes up the stairs at my in-laws' house, and she's like acting all sweet. And she's like hugging on me and hugging on her mom. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, why are you acting like this? And she's like, oh, nothing. I just love you. We're like, what'd you do? Did you break something like this, right? It's like 8 o'clock at night, winding down the evening. She's like, no. Nina's nowhere to be found. And we're like, what are you guys doing down there, right? You guys broke a vase, something, I don't know what, right? So Nina eventually comes back up, and she's like, Ellie, how long is it going to take to get a Band-Aid? And we're like, a Band-Aid? Who's bleeding? And Ellie's like, oh, I am. Like, well, where? We look down. She's got like a 3-inch gash on the top of her foot. And she's like, I guess she like slid it under. So I don't know what happened. Kicked the door or something. But she's just like sliced open the top of her foot and is bleeding on the floor. And we're just like, but she's just like, oh, I just love you. And we're like, why are you like this? Like, what is your problem? Why are you? You've been up here crying about
Why
everything.
would you do that?
You've been up here crying about everything all day, and then you cut open your foot and you just come up here and pretend like you're just up here to snuggle? Why? Why are you like this? Why would you do that?
Yo, your kids are hilarious, man. Nina don't even know who I am no more, man. Like, when was the last time she seen me? She was like,
She does.
one?
You're Kai's dad.
That's what most of the kids know me. Oh, hi, Mr. Kai's dad.
Yeah, no, you're Kai's dad. Her and Kai are best buddies. When they met up at the trampoline park last summer, Nina was like, "Someone else like me?" He's like, quiet, but really wants to make friends without having to talk to him. That's my kind of person.
Yo, let me tell you what, that is most certainly not Kai. That boy won't shut up. He will. Yo, man, I be about to tell these kids to shut up so often, and I'm trying not to because I don't want them to go around telling each other to shut up. So I don't say shut up. But boy, if y'all don't shut the hell up, man, I'm about to slap somebody. Y'all better shut up. No one listens to me though. So it's a lost cause. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, man. So what about you? What's the craziest thing your kids did this week?
Man, I don't know. These cats is always doing something crazy, man. Like, honestly, this dude Z and Layla, man, like they are always going at it, man. Cause Layla wants to be around him all the time. She loves him.
Yeah.
Like, she'll go wait by the stairs because I don't want her going up the stairs because I just know that she's gonna fall backwards and kill herself.
Sure.
So, she goes by the stairs and she's waiting by the stairs, waiting for brother, looking at me like, oh, no, no, no. Yeah, he coming. So he comes downstairs. She, my brother, he coming downstairs. And she getting hyped. See, man, he could not care less about her existence most of the time, man. And he comes down the stairs. Heisman's are out of the way.
Oh my God.
Dad. Your dad. And mom, your mom.
Dad, what are you doing? Are you trying to sleep?
Dad, yo, so first of all, what we're not going to do is stiff arm my daughter. That's first and foremost. Secondly, yeah, you just said dad 7 times. Yes. I am dad. Yes, that is mom. And yes, that is Kai. You know that because you addressed us as our names.
And you live here.
What is the point of you coming to me? Dad, your dad. And mom, that's mom. Yes, it is.
I don't miss having babies in the house, bro.
Those are those people. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
He's a wise young man.
Hey, yo, does Nina, when Ellie was younger, well, they don't have a good, like, they only got like 2 years apart.
Yeah,
right?
they're about 2 years apart.
Yo, so I've noticed that this dude Kai, man, he anytime anybody else is getting attention, like, he has to get in there and steal away the attention. So, like, if I'm sitting here cooling with Layla and I'm making her laugh, you know, whatever, yo, he's got to get in there. Oh, Layla, look at me. Oh, Dad, I think she wants to laugh at me now. Really? Like, why? Who made you a hater, dog? Go sit down somewhere, man. And then, like, his brother, because Z wants to hang out with Kai and Layla wants to hang out with Z.
Sure.
But the older one does not want to hang out with the younger one at all.
Yeah.
So Z is like, yo, hey, Kai, what's good? Yeah, I give you some attention, bro. Let's go play with these Legos. Man, you little boy, get out my face, man. Yo, like, Kai, bruh. He's giving you the attention you want, and you out here treating him like dog shit. Like, yo, man.
Yeah, man.
You better get what you can take. Stop playing.
Yeah, honestly, that's like one of the things with the kids is like we're constantly like, man, y'all better learn to love each other because no one else is going to be around all the time. But like, your sister's always there. You better learn to love her.
I be trying to tell Kai, like, look, you the older brother. Z more than likely gonna be bigger than you. You better chill. Kai weighs 73 pounds. Z weighs 50 pounds.
Wow.
It's not a.
Kai weighs 73 pounds?
Yeah.
Boy's big.
Is that heavy?
Oh. I mean, it's bigger than my girls, and my kids have, like, my daughters have always been giants.
Yes. Nina was a Goliath.
Boy, she was.
I don't know.
I think she weighed 50 pounds at 6 months.
Nah, I always thought Kai was small, man. I don't know how big kids is. I don't have a good frame of reference for that. I was 175 pounds at the age of 12. So I don't know how big kids are supposed to be.
Not that big. That's not the normal size.
Yeah, man. So I don't know, man. I don't know how big kids are supposed to be. He's small. He's a little small fry, man. But Z is
not.
Z is 3 years old, and Kai is 9.
Yeah,
and there's a 20-pound difference between them two.
That's a lot of years.
You better chill. Better chill, cause Z gonna be on your ass.
Yeah, man. That's our kids are like the same, so like I don't have to worry about that as much. Like Nina is way bigger and stronger than Ellie right now, but Ellie's not taller than her yet, but Ellie's like tall and skinny, and so I'm just like, I think Ellie's gonna be really big, like very tall when she gets older, and so but they don't fight really, like they don't get into fights with each other at all, so at least not physical altercations yet. Give it time.
Not yet.
Give it time. But we don't really stand for that. Like Eileen's like very much like you guys need to respect each other, talk to each other this certain way. So we don't have to worry about it too much right now. At least I don't, which is nice.
Yes, mother. I disagree with Ellie's standpoint.
Then this is hilarious. When they fight though, she makes them like hug each other and just like talk to each other until they're like they worked through all this stuff. So like, even if they're like like screaming mad, she makes them like hug each other and talk.
Hey yo, so what happens when I'm mad at somebody at school? I gotta hug them and talk to them too.
There's no school. Coronavirus. It's never coming back.
Obviously, I'm talking about
never coming back.
Like, okay,
well, Nina never gets mad at anybody except for her sister. She's only rude to her sister. And Ellie's rude.
I hate that.
Ellie's rude to everybody, but doesn't actually care about anything. So she's never mad enough that it actually impacts her. So anyway,
yeah, man, I think that's probably a good point to end it on, for real.
Yeah, no doubt. Cool. Well, yeah, man. So this is obviously our second episode. We're talking again soon. We're going to talk about a bunch of different topics, but we're going to talk about what the hell are we talking about, bruh? What's the other one? Oh, we want to talk about sort of how you find self-worth as a dad outside of the things that you used to find your self-worth in, like, being able to get girls or dominate in sports. It's going to kind of tie into this episode, but it's about, finding self-worth. So we're going to talk about that in an upcoming episode. But anyway, that's, as Darius said, we're going to wrap this episode up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, got a couple laughs out of it, maybe feel reassured in who you are as a dad. So be sure to follow us on wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, whatever. And Darius, where can they find us on social media?
Oh yeah, man. You look up for us on Twitter, even though we don't really be on Twitter like that. But if you hit us up on Facebook or Instagram, we will be sure to get right back to you. Very active on those two platforms.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, hit us up. Let us know what you want to hear. Let us know what you guys think. Your feedback is definitely important to us, and we will definitely implement that into our upcoming shows.
Yeah, definitely. So we're at Dad's Take Podcast on all social media platforms. We managed to get the actual handle everywhere that we are. So that's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and you can email us at dadstakepodcast at gmail.com. And also go find us on YouTube, where the full episodes of these podcasts, the video podcast, is going to be uploaded to YouTube. And then we'll be posting little clips on Facebook and Instagram as well, so you guys can follow us there. But yeah, make sure and give us a follow wherever you listen to podcasts and on YouTube. But that's it for now. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck we say to end these things, man.
Man, yeah, man. Yo, Dad's Take out.